Welcome back to another episode of the Dysfunctional Podcast. Today, we don't have the full group with us today. It's just going to be me and my boy Dair. We have a lot to talk about today, though, because I don't know about you, but I've been seeing a lot of things on social media with, like, conspiracy theories and, like, weird shit like that, man. It almost kind of makes you, like, second guess everything that you've been told a little bit. And one of the things that, like, I actually, like, really, like, I started going down this rabbit hole of conspiracy theories, right? Naturally. And the one that kind of piqued my interest the most was the pyramids. It's not going to be about the whole aliens built the pyramids, all this type of shit. But I actually saw something about, like, these scientists, supposedly they use some sort of sonar to, like, shoot, like, imagery into the ground, essentially. And they found these chambers, like 2,000 feet tall, supposedly, right? They're giving it, like, they're basically not giving it credit yet because it hasn't been verified by other scientists, and it's just a small group of scientists that did this.
Yeah.
But dude, it's kind of crazy. They're saying, like, oh yeah, there's, like, a civilization from 28,000 years ago, and then there's also,
like, still living down there?
No, I don't think so. I mean, no one's been down there yet, so you don't know, right? But no, it's like they're saying that there's a second part of it, like the library chambers or something like that. There's, like, this theory that there's this secret library inside of the pyramids that has all these documents, and they're saying one of those chambers could be that library. But just, bro, if you see the images online, it's literally looks like pillars. Like, just imagine, like, these, like, old, like, buildings that have, like, these massive pillars out front, those big round pillars. That's what it looks like, just supporting the pyramids.
So basically, like, I guess, like, Greece but underground.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
It almost makes you think, like, maybe the pyramids, like, the pyramids that we know are just the tops of bigger structures.
Well, that kind of reminds me of, what is it? Not Stonehenge. What's those faces, those, like, big rocks, and then I think they dug them, and, like, they did have bodies underneath and stuff.
Yeah, you're talking about Easter Egg Island.
Yeah, I guess. I don't even know. Yeah, maybe. I don't really know.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
No, wait. It's not. It's called Easter. What, I forgot what it's called.
Easter Egg Island.
It's not Easter Egg Island.
I don't
Easter
know.
Island.
But I mean, it sounded familiar to me.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. That kind of reminds me of, like, with, like, conspiracy theories and stuff. You're saying basically there's a whole bunch of knowledge, unseen knowledge that we've, like, tapped into, like, records and stuff that we've.
Yeah, like, basically,
I believe it.
Just explaining why it was built, who the people were. I don't know if they're gonna have documents of, like, the slaves that, like, help build. You know what I mean? That built the pyramids.
It helps. Well, let's give them some fucking credit.
Right, but they don't consider it, like, they didn't want to be there. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, like, I'm just going here on my weekends type of deal. Like, that's not what happened. But yeah, dude, it's like I think I'm gonna fully discredit the whole aliens built the pyramids thing. I would actually sooner believe.
No, I believe that 110%.
You believe the aliens?
Yes, and I'll tell you why, bro. It's so funny because I actually went down a rabbit hole myself. Because I told you I'm Peruvian descent, right? So we have pyramids, Machu Picchu. You think that shit was built by?
Yes.
No.
Literally have someone that
100%.
Right
okay,
now.
let me explain something to you. If you look at all of those civilizations, the Aztec, the Mayan, the Incans, and what else was it? I forget. I think that was just the top main three, right?
Yeah.
They all worship the sun, and, like, you know, like, so for me, I'm thinking that, like, when you worship the sun, you're looking obviously towards the sky. And something had to have come down. You know what I mean? I think, bro,
technically the pyramids are also aligned with the sun as well. I don't know if you've ever seen, like, some of these chambers actually, like, align directly with, like, the moon.
So how are you gonna tell me? How are you gonna tell me that aliens weren't involved?
Because what makes you think that an alien would give a fuck to build that here?
Because no, I personally think that, I think if aliens, no, fuck it, aliens are real. I agree. I think aliens back in the day, like, talking about, like, pyramid times, I personally believe that they are obviously way far more advanced than we will ever be, right? Okay. And I think that they came down here to basically, I think we're an experiment for them in a way where, like, they kind of want to, like, see, like, how far our intelligence is, because I think to them we're like pets almost. So like, I think basically they're just like, all right, let's sprinkle little things here and there to see what we can give them. Like, it's just too perfect, man. Like the pyramids, I think the pyramids, I think all the pyramids line up somehow, if I'm not mistaken.
They do. So that's
how are you going to tell me, bro?
But that's the thing. You're acting like science was a new thing before the pyramids. Like science and math were a thing back then as well. You know what I mean? So it's all it is like,
brother.
What? Let me hear it.
There's no way that a fucking sheep farmer was like, you know what? I'm gonna make calculus so that way we could fucking I'm just gonna basically put it together just because. No, he had to have had it from some way, shape, or form. Math is a very calculated thing, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that we weren't. How do I say it? We weren't smart enough to kind of come up with that on our own, but it's just like. I don't think that kind of stuff kind of just like comes up out of nowhere.
Well, no, because it's even changed. Damn, this is gonna make us feel old, but it's even changed in our life already. You know what I mean? Like certain new math equations and stuff like that. Like,
what do you mean?
Or even actually, sorry, maybe not us because I don't know the new math equations as much. But like, if you think about it, there's always advancements in math, whether it's like formulas and stuff like that. But as far as like the science behind the sun going up and going down. It's been around for a while. I'm sure if you look up what is the oldest dated sundial, I bet you it outdates the pyramids.
You really don't think at all that aliens were involved? No. I do.
So you believing that aliens did that discredits all of the people that built it, basically. All the people that were slaves that built it.
Okay, why do you think they built pyramids to begin with?
For their kings. It's literally like. So that we already know. Inside these pyramids, there are chambers that have
for the afterlife.
For the resting grounds of all the mummified kings, queens.
Where do you think? Where do you think they got that from?
Like where they come up with the idea?
Where do you think the guy was like, yeah, you know what, bro? Like I'm gonna bring this. Like it had to have come from somewhere, some shit. Let's look. Okay, let's tackle hieroglyphics.
Okay.
No, it makes a lot of sense. If you look at the hieroglyphics in the pyramids of Egypt, even in the Aztec, even in the Mayan, in the Incas, like there are certain hieroglyphics that resemble spacecrafts.
Okay.
That's not a coincidence.
But okay. But hear me out on this. So maybe they also had conspiracy theories back then. You think conspiracy theories only pertain to our timeline? Like, because if you think about it, maybe back then they're like, you know, first of all, there's nothing saying that the stuff that's written on the walls. I mean, actually, no, they've dated it back.
I'll give you a fucking conspiracy theory. What if all the conspiracy theories that we're talking about right now are a lot? They were conjured up a lot sooner than we think, so that we can debate about this kind of shit.
Well, I do think a lot of these conspiracy theories are just ploys to like get people to like distracted and believe in different things and stuff like that. Which actually, there's a crazy one now that you just mentioned it, going off like the civilization thing. Mm-hmm. You know the ice wall in Antarctica?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that shit is scary to me because anytime I've ever heard about the ice wall down there, first of all, there's so many conspiracy theories. I think there's been a lot of figureheads that have actually tried to go down there.
Correct.
Right. Like in the World Wars and what have you. Even like maybe
in 1956, there was an exploration that was done there.
Okay. Even in the times of like maybe like the conquistadors, like back in like Spain and stuff like that. Like let's just say, I'm not gonna say that it was them per se, but like just in that realm of that timeline, right? And I think of two things. I think Antarctica isn't necessary, like that behind that stone wall. I think there's like, I think they say the Garden of Eden. I've heard.
Yes, I've heard that too.
The Garden of Eden. I've heard that there's still dinosaurs over there.
Okay, so the thing that I was told or heard online was called Terra Infinita, Infina, and then there's also a different name for it. But basically, this is where you really put on that fucking tinfoil cap, boy. Let me tell you. Basically, beyond that wall is a entire civilization far more advanced than anything that we can comprehend, right? And essentially, it's somewhere where these celebrities who die, and then like people think they fake their death, they just go there.
That's so funny that you said that because I was just thinking when you said conspiracies, I was like, you know, when I was growing up, people always said like Tupac was still alive, or like Like Elvis is still alive. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think so. It's been a while for him.
I mean, it's kind of hard to say because it's like, it doesn't make sense. Like it does make sense. Like why they would go into hiding. Like, you know what I mean?
Or here's another one. The whole flat earth thing.
Well, that has something to do.
Maybe the ice wall is. I don't think the Earth's flat.
No, bro.
But I don't think it's flat.
But that's it. You know what's crazy though? Every conspiracy theory can literally go to another conspiracy theory. Because I was about to say, when we go out to outer space, we have images from there, and it's just like, did we
really? Yeah.
See, but that's the thing. It's like, how far down the conspiracy line do you go?
That's that rabbit hole you were talking about.
Because it's like no, the flat Earth thing is fucking bullshit. And honestly, if I'm wrong in like let's say 50 years from now, they're like, Look, we proved you wrong.
I think, like, again, back in the time of, like, Christopher Columbus and stuff, I think he had something to do with, like, trying to figure out if, like, the Earth was flat or something like that. Oh, well, no, actually, I think what happened is, like, how they ended up landing on, in North America when they were trying to find, like, the West Indies or whatever is because I think back in the day, I think they did think that the Earth was flat or whatever. So that's why they went a specific route. Like, motherfuckers thought that they were going to just, like... You
know what's funny? I was literally talking to my dad about this before I came here. And he actually said, he goes, yeah, Columbus Day should literally just be like Happy National Got Lost Day. He's like, motherfucker didn't have the intentions of going here. Yeah. It's like, but now he's, like, credited with finding America. Let's put fucking big ass quotes around that shit. You know, because that's a whole other thing to go into. Because I'm a disbeliever in Thanksgiving. Like, yes, we still have Thanksgiving, but like
it's not a conspiracy.
No, well, yeah, it is.
Thanksgiving is
the conspiracy behind Thanksgiving is the fact that like, oh, it's like a celebration of unity of like there's the images that were shown when we were younger of like the Pilgrims and the Indians having Thanksgiving.
Native Americans,
brother, no, like they raped and pillaged the Indians, killed them. Listen.
Look. Don't ruin Thanksgiving. But like
100%.
I don't think it was like that. Okay, I don't think it was definitely like. But I also don't think it was like.
Yeah, 100% it was.
I don't think it was like that, dude.
Oh yeah, because they must have asked for those smallpox blankets that were hand delivered.
I don't.
That makes sense.
I think they helped each other. I think maybe like. I think the Pilgrims maybe brought over some things that like were technologically advanced that like the Native Americans didn't have.
Oh yeah.
And I think the Native Americans taught them like certain things about the land that they definitely didn't know. Like I think one of them was they would grab like fish and they would put it in the soil. And I think the fish would like decay in the soil to give it like some type of nutrient and shit. And then I think
you're telling me that they had no idea how that worked.
Who's that? The Pilgrims?
No. The Native Americans. You're saying the Native Americans taught that to the Pilgrims? Or
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the Pilgrims taught them.
No. I think the Native Americans at that time were definitely like more like connected to the earth and stuff. But yeah, I mean, fuck, man. I don't even know. Like,
listen, the reason why it's not it's not a conspiracy, right? Everyone celebrates it, but the message behind it is kind of skewed. It's like, bro, there wasn't this like big celebration of like friendship. It's like, bro, I mean, you know history. You know how their land went from this to this.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, no, this was not like you're celebrating something that is literally like kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up.
You're making me kind of, I don't know why, like as we're talking, I'm thinking of like Pocahontas. And then I'm thinking about like the conspiracy theory that like Disney's like frozen underneath like the giant castle.
No, supposedly that's real.
What?
No, supposedly they have.
No, it's not real.
That's not real? That's a conspiracy?
It definitely is not real, bro.
You sure?
Bro, why the fuck? Like,
I thought that was a legit thing. I'm not even kidding. I never heard that as a conspiracy. I always thought that was like a real thing that they have him like cryogenically frozen underneath.
I don't even think cryogenically freezing anything was a thing like back then.
Yeah, they've had that for.
I don't think so.
I think they've had that during like this, like the was it the Cold War or stuff like that, like with the like Russia and stuff like that.
I think
like I think that was always.
Dude, the Cold War wasn't that long ago. The Cold War was in like the 1980s, 1990s.
Man, you better be right about that.
I'm 100% sure.
That's not the Cuban Missile Crisis.
No, Cuban Missile Crisis was JFK.
So was that 50?
Had to have been 50s.
Something, 50 late 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 60s.
Well, either way.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a I don't
conspiracy?
know. I actually kind of believe it. I don't know. Like I don't know why, but that's something I just kind of believe in. Like, yeah, they're going to chronologically freeze him, assume that we're going to eventually evolve, and then bring him back.
Check it. So like, let's circle back then. So if the ice wall was a place where celebrities go and they rejuvenate themselves, you're telling me, because I think Walt Disney was definitely a very big celebrity and a big success.
Oh yeah.
Why would
he was a Freemason?
Why would he? Oh man, I don't. I don't know. But
well, hold on. The whole Freemason thing. I technically was a junior Freemason. Is that a bad look?
I don't know. I've never heard anything good come out of Freemason.
There's a thing called DMLA, which when you're younger is when you can get introduced to it. And the shit was kind of weird. I'll be honest with you. The shit was weird. Very culty feeling. Only did it for a little while, and then we're like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. But basically, the Freemason thing, the best way I can describe it is essentially a frat, right?
Yeah.
Because
like a brotherhood, right?
Yeah, bro. All it is like,
yeah, but
basically, if you're wearing a Freemason ring or something on your lapel,
right,
and the other person's a Freemason, it's the same thing as you wearing your fraternity ring or something on your lapel.
It's like, hey, let's go make conspiracy theories together. I see your lapel over there, pal.
I mean, no, but like seriously, like everyone always like ties it to like the like
I got
Illuminati.
I got you. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, have you ever thought maybe it's just because the people that were Freemasons helped each other grow, and there's like all of a sudden a lot of Freemasons are.
What are you trying to say? It's like a society that was like put together by like, I guess you could say, sophisticated men of the time.
Yeah.
And then it goes down to. So how the fuck did you get involved into it?
That's crazy.
No, but I'm being so true.
Because we have friends that are Freemasons, and then they knew of a program for. Like I said, like the youth. What the fuck do you want me to call it? Listen, it was a program for when you're younger.
After school, bitch. Like, what are you talking about?
We used to go there. It would be like I forget what day it was, but we used to go there for what was it like a Saturday night meeting or some shit. But like I said, me and my brother, we both went there with a whole bunch of our friends too. It wasn't like we were just getting dumped off there. It almost seemed like all the parents wanted us to just fuck off for like one of the weekends so they can go out and hang out. Because it was like all of us, and we're just like sitting there like, what are we doing?
Can I ask you a question? Did you wear like a gown, and did you hold like a torch? And you were like, oh.
So it's funny that you mentioned. I'm not even kidding.
Oh fuck you, man.
No. There wasn't. What did we have a dress? We had like no, at that age I think it was just like a polo they wore, with like with the Freemason symbol and like.
What is that symbol?
It's a triangle and a level and triangle, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Speed square thing. You know
yeah. like a protractor type thing that you would put like on a map.
And then I think it's a triangle.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So yeah, we would wear like I said, just like something with that logo on there. But yes, when we got sworn in to DMLA,
sounds crazy already.
Bro, it was military style. Like you had to, so people would go in and you had to walk hands at your hips and like in a certain line, and then they would branch off to their correct seats in like their ranking order, and then whoever was, damn, this is like, I'm just realizing this shit's culty as fuck.
I'm saying.
And then me and my brother sat in the two chairs in the middle, and then they're like swearing us into the DMLA program. But we got excused because we were laughing about that.
I swear like you're low key remembering like you waking up in like a room and like you're not trying to tell me, and you're just like
No, I mean dude, it was, I don't regret it because like yes, it's just a memory at this point, right? It's not like anything bad happened. It's like I'm just I'm like suppressing that. It's like teardrops coming out.
He's like, I fucking hate the punch bowl.
No. It was enjoyable. And like I said, even back then when I was a kid, like I was just like, oh cool, it's like a community thing, or like I didn't look at it as anything bad or malicious.
Well, you were young, dude. You didn't know what the fuck you were getting into.
Yeah, but no, even now I don't look at it as bad or malicious.
Because you're good. Maybe some people didn't make it out, Joey.
No. I'm saying because like,
what about Jimmy? You didn't have a Jimmy? You didn't have a Jimmy in your group?
Who's?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Think about a Jimmy or a Johnny. Like this guy.
Sure, there was.
Yeah. Think about. When was the last time you seen them?
No, I'll be honest. Yeah, some of these motherfuckers I haven't seen in a while.
Exactly.
But maybe it's because they're running successful businesses. Listen, the step of the program was you're in DMLA for a few years and then you enter the Freemasons. like I said, it's no different than I'm trying to give you like a really good. It's no different than a fraternity. That's all it is. It's a fraternity for people that aren't in college. Best way of describing it, because all it is saying that you're part of this brotherhood.
Oh boy, I mean, shit. I have no idea. I try to really like listen, bro. Like I'm Latino, so in my household, we're always just like with that stuff. So I don't know, man.
It had nothing to do.
I know,
with
but
religion.
like
it was specifically
listen.
Like what
we are always like sussed out and like superstitious about stuff. So like, I feel like I would never like be about that. I don't.
There's a lot of successful people that are Freemasons.
Yeah, that's great.
And it has nothing to do with. I mean, like I said, I could be wrong because I stopped in DMLA.
I have no idea, but like, you don't think like actors and stuff are part of like
100%.
Exactly. Like, okay, like there's celebrities that look like they've been alive, like that they look the same when they were like 16 and they're like 75 now and they look the same.
I actually just saw something about that with Keanu Reeves. People are suspecting that he's
yeah. So like and what's even crazier is that I remember seeing a side by side of like pictures from like the 1600s, like Renaissance paintings, and like some type of like what was it, like celebrities, and they look like almost identical, you know. And it's like, no, you think it has to do with like you think they found like the fountain of youth?
I don't know about fountain of youth, but I think money could buy you health, and I think that I think like there's like celebrities now, like, you know, I'm not gonna say names or whatever, that like actually go to different countries and they'll get like work done that's not legal here because the FDA, and it's like the science behind it's kind of crazy.
I also do think maybe, you know, because they have that status, they know what to do and like what not to do. Like, bro, I went to the dentist yesterday, and when she was checking out my charts, she was asking me like, "Sir, do you still have your wisdom teeth?" And I was like, "No." But in my head, I'm like, why the fuck would you ask me if you had my charts? Right.
You're like,
okay,
you got the fucking picture.
Right. But listen, but now I came across this thing that they're basically saying like you should not remove your wisdom teeth.
Why is that?
Because apparently your wisdom teeth are super like crucial to your health for some reason. And I think they're saying that what I've seen is that the reason why we get our wisdom teeth removed is because it's like stem cells almost, I believe. Like there's some type of property in the wisdom teeth. It's a play on words, right? When you think of wisdom teeth, they say like wisdom teeth, they come in when you get older. Like you start noticing them when you get older. So you have like the wisdom pain. But you know how sometimes, this is like, I guess like another conspiracy theory, like where it's just like certain things that get portrayed as like normal are actually like something way more serious. Whereas like, think about it. They call them wisdom teeth because you're getting older. You still have your tonsils? Yeah, I have my tonsils.
I don't have them.
I don't know if they want tonsils, but like
you're saying they're harvesting our wisdom teeth
for something, for stem cells or some shit, dog. You know what I mean?
Where that comes from?
I think so, but like, what if it's just like, what if
I'm gonna be sending you Google links after this? Like,
I'm just saying, so bro. You think Google isn't like, you know? Listen, famous saying. What I do know is that I really don't know. You don't think that like
you can hold that shit because that I can see for you.
You don't fuck you. You don't think we're living in like a fucking simulation or some shit?
No.
You don't think we're living in a simulation at all?
Nope. I don't think it's a simulation. I think people that think that we're living in a simulation are just I think people that are living in a simulation are kind of just trying to like cloak their true feelings of like their actual life. Like, oh, it's just a simulation. That's why this happened to me. Or like, you know, something like that. Like they're trying to mask this, something that's going on in the real world.
I don't fucking believe that because there's way too many coincidences and there's way too many things in this world and throughout history that leads me to believe that we are living in like a simulation.
Well, let me ask you this. This simulation, would you say the simulation would be more or less like a control panel of aliens like watching us being like, You know what? Right now, Dair's gonna shit his pants.
I don't know what the fuck it is, but I will say.
Imagine you just shit your pants.
Yeah, right. I'm just like,
but then I would just blame the coffee. I wouldn't even blame the aliens.
But you don't think we're conditioned to think this way, bro? Listen, like the one movie, and I'll bring it up, The Matrix, bro.
Never seen it. Not even kidding.
Watch it.
I know it's really like one of the hottest takes. I don't know. I never seen it. I've seen clips of it, of course, like the whole red blue pill. Like you see all that shit.
I think there's way too many things that happen. Like circling back to conspiracies. Like let's go back to the Titanic, right? Okay. There was a book that came out 14 years before the Titanic. I forget what the guy's name. I think his name was like Rich or something like that. I forget what his name was. The
What's
Arthur.
it about?
So basically, it was copy and paste of what happened to the Titanic, but it was a big vessel. Mm-hmm. It was a large vessel, and it was named the Titan, and it basically the specs of the ship were super similar to the Titanic, where it held like, I don't know, like let's say 8,000 passengers, and the Titanic held like 8,084. And then like it also sunk in like the North Atlantic region or whatever.
Same
place, right? And the one thing that's kind of fucked is like that in both the Titanic for real and in the book is there was like a shortage of lifeboats or some shit. Right?
Which is fucking crazy.
Which is fucking stupid, you know?
Well, actually, let me ask you this, because I don't know if you've ever there's like a little spin-off of this. Have you ever been on a cruise ship?
No, and I don't ever want to be on a cruise ship.
Why?
I don't like it.
Okay, well, that's a hot take. But I also like gambling on cruise ships. So anyways.
Degenerate ass.
Yeah, so, dude, so the one night I'm like hanging out with people, and we're like walking around the boat, and you see the lifeboats. Bro, if you actually saw one of these lifeboats in person, you would literally like shit your pants and be like,
why?
But like the size of this thing is so small, and then it says how many people fit in it.
Oh, I'm good, bro. You could fit 40 of me in there.
Bro, no. Like it's like I don't even know how. Like I meant to look it up a long time ago. I want to see how they stack people in there, because it's like if I had to give it a good representation of the size of this boat, it's probably 20 feet long. 15 to 20 feet long.
That's not that big.
Right. All right, let's say 20 then, just be a little 20 feet long, but then it was wide too. Because like you have to realize it gets launched off into the water.
Probably some depth. Yeah.
But bro, it was like hundreds of people are fitting in this thing. And I'm like, how? Like I guess in a pinch, you make do. But I was thinking to myself, I'm like, the Titanic back then, they didn't have these types of boats. It was rowboats, right?
I don't know why I feel like the boats were probably better back then.
That's crazy too.
I don't know why I feel like they were.
Do you mean the lifeboats?
The lifeboats. I don't know why I feel like they were much better.
Think about it. The boats that are like lifeboats now on cruise ships have like GPS and like homing things to find them. Back then, it was a fucking whistle and a flare. Like you better hope somebody hears you or sees that one flare. Like nowadays, it's literally gonna send off like signals so that people can hear.
Yeah. Well, anyways. Like back to like the Titanic, I'm just saying like I just feel like
you think. Well, let me ask you this about the Titanic. Do you think it was staged, or do you think it was either? Do you think it was staged, or do you think it was not, like it never even happened? Where are you leaning?
I think it definitely happened. I think the Titanic definitely happened. I don't. Why the fuck would it be staged? I don't know why it would be staged.
Well, there's a whole conspiracy about that. What
do you mean?
So if you look up who owned the Titanic, right, and then you look up the guest list of the Titanic, and then there's also people. There's also a ship, by the way, that was just the same
Olympus.
Size. The Olympus. That's what it was.
Yeah. It was the brother, and then nobody really knew about it till like late.
But they're saying that boat sank, and it was not the Titanic. They're saying it was the Olympus that sank, not the Titanic.
Olympus.
Yeah. So I don't know, because that's the thing is like, where's the Olympus now?
Bottom of the ocean. Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
If one of them survived, where's the other one?
Maybe they scrapped it.
I don't know. It literally could be in a museum. It literally could be like a museum type of port. I have no.
This is what I'm fucking talking about, bro. Simulation. Like, where the fuck is that shit? You just don't fucking. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah.
But no, like, so the big conspiracy about the Titanic was that basically it was a shift of power for the banking industry because it was owned by certain bank. Like, we won't go too in depth on the names and stuff like that. But essentially, all of the competition's banks, like higher ups, were on that ship. And then also, there's a lot of wealthy families on the ship too. Like,
that is true.
Mass amount of gold and all this kind of stuff. They're just huge, huge wealth, right? But the person that owned the ship on the maiden voyage, for some reason, isn't on the ship. That seems a little fucked up, bro. How is the main if you are the person that's doing this massive world news wide, back then everyone
it was the largest vessel in like
the world. Yes. Yeah. And you're telling me on the maiden voyage with all these other wealthy people, you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna sit back.
Yeah, I'm good.
You know, I'm gonna catch a Yankee game while I'm here. Like, you know,
I'm chilling.
Like, yeah, that to me, that was the biggest red flag. Was just like that whole thing. You still have a mark on you from paintball? Like, we'll just do a little side.
Yeah,
I still have a mark.
I got shot. I don't know if you guys could see it. No, it's starting to like the scab's starting to come off and shit. But that's for like another video. It's like another video. You guys will see it. It's really fun. But yeah, dude. Like, so they're actually still till this day because like they won't let it go. They're still trying to find like remnants of it, like underneath, like in the ocean. Like they have the Titanic like literally pinpointed. There's always explorations going on, but I don't understand why they won't let it go. You know what I'm saying?
They can't. It's like, think about it. It's a huge piece of history that people like.
You don't think? Sorry to cut you off. You don't think, right, that if it was an inside job and whatnot, like you don't think like they would be able to like discover some shit like that they would.
How? Phone records back then?
No, I don't know, but like, you know, we're so far advanced that maybe like they could see like, oh, like, you know, this steel beam like exploded, like it has like kind of like it melted in a way that would only happen at like X amount Fahrenheit at like this amount of velocity or this kind of boom. I don't think
they could, because you have to realize the reason that the Titanic is still down there is because we have nothing to actually get down there to bring it up or bring it up in pieces, whatever. There's only been like very small amount of explorations, which we know what happened with that company.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is like, I think with the amount of pressure and how long it's been sitting there and the impact,
it
changes the way.
So then you know what, bro? That's fucked, because you know one thing that I've always wanted to know if it was true or not? Atlantis.
Dude, you know what's crazy?
Atlantis.
Before, bro. I was literally going. When we were talking about the under the pyramids, I literally was starting to think. I was like, wow, it kind of reminds me of like that Disney movie. Remember
Atlantis,
bro? Not even kidding. That and Brother Bear, two of my favorite.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Well, listen, I gotta throw that one out there. It's a huge thing. But anyways, actually, anyone that has a brother and you have a brother, you don't know Brother Bear?
I know Brother Bear. It's a really dope movie, but like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
do you wait?
Yes, I know. You want to sidetrack a little bit and then come back?
Sidetrack and then we'll go back to Atlantis.
Cool. Yes, I remember.
Because I almost had a grown man at a store in tears when I brought up that movie. Because he was just like, oh my God, yeah, it's like me and my brother's movie. Like, his brother's alive and everything. He's just like, it's one of those movies where like, if you have a brother who you're close with, that movie just like pulls your heartstrings because you're like, but maybe it's for
me, it was the Rugrats movie. When they get lost in like the woods and shit.
Oh yeah, and then he's like about to pour the bananas.
I will say that one at like 13 definitely made me bawl my eyes out.
We're gonna have to say this.
We're gonna say this for another one. But anyways, Atlantis, yes.
Yeah. Would you believe? You're a believer or disbeliever?
100%. I believe Atlantis is like a real, and it goes to show that like Atlantis was far more like superior in like technology back in the day. Apparently, it was like a utopia, Atlantis, and it was like real. I don't know where it was like geographically like located, but it was like obviously in like Greece, like in the Mediterranean and shit. And for some reason, it sunk. I don't remember what the fuck it was, or like I don't know if it has to do something with like mythology or like it's always woven, right? But like,
Right.
I honestly do believe that. Why would somebody make that shit up? You know what I mean?
Well, actually, how did that story even get made up to begin with? Did somebody see Atlantis, or is it old transcribes that are still on land that talk about Atlantis? Because that's what I would love to know. Is like because if it's just like a story that someone wrote, right? Then that's like what like 500 years from now, people are gonna be like, dude, do you think Hogwarts is like a real place?
No,
like that's the thing is, was it
no,
a story or was it?
I think it'll go back to those things where like we'll just never know. Obviously, they're gonna fucking know Hogwarts is fake, asshole, because we have video proof of it. Like, you know what I mean? That
We have video proof.
It was a made up story, but
No.
I think it goes back to like conspiracies, myths, legends. Like, if we're gonna stick in the realm of like you say like Greek mythology, right? The Troy was a made up place, but then again, I'm pretty sure that there's some speculation that it actually was like a real thing. I think Troy was a real thing. The whole Trojan horse thing, I think, was like maybe kind of like, I think Homer made it up in like the Odyssey or whatever, if I'm not sure. Like,
But know better than me.
yeah, but like,
I have no idea about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm so disconnected with that.
But I think Atlantis was a real thing, and I also think.
Wait, do you think it's still real today?
100%.
Like people, like
I think we could. I think we could find it. Yes.
No. I'm saying, are you saying there's ruins underwater, or are you one of those people that think that Atlantis is still a
thing?
Civilization underwater?
Where like people are like fucking mermaids now?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No,
okay.
I don't think
That's also a different theory, by the way. Is like
that mermaids are real.
That mermaids are real and Atlantis is their home.
Bro, have you ever seen like videos of like on TikTok? Maybe even if it is AI, where like they're singing.
No, but
they're singing and stuff.
But that's the thing. Hold on. Because yes, you're bringing up a valid point. Because the conspiracy theory thing now with like AI is like painting pictures for people where they're almost understanding like what the conspiracy would be like. Mm-hmm. But dude, we used to see this footage and shit like that before AI.
Okay, but maybe that's another conspiracy. I mean, I think AI has been around for like a long. We have access to it now. I think AI has been like around for a hot minute. But why the fuck would they fuck with us like that, right? Like make images and make videos and stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe they are real. That's what I'm saying. This whole shit is a simulation. I think we're being soft-seeded little things and being portrayed as little conspiracies and shit. And again, it goes back to what I know is that I really won't ever truthfully know.
But who? All right, let me ask you this: are you saying that there's a advanced civilization controlling us here on our planet or in the universe, kind of like a 3D third person looking down to be like, let's see what this does for this?
I believe, honestly, circle back to the pyramids, ancient times. I believe we were contacted by some type of extraterrestrial life form, and I believe that was kind of sort of a very prominent thing back in those times. I don't think it hit every region. I think it was specific regions, because again, you're saying that all the pyramids line up in a certain type of way. For what reason? I don't know. It's probably something that extraterrestrials know. And I think down the line, I think it probably wasn't talked about, or we didn't see much of it as much anymore. And I think throughout time, we maybe uncovered certain things that we uncovered, like, with like excavations or like archaeological like expeditions and stuff like that, with hieroglyphics and things like that, and then they tapped into it, and then I think it allowed us to not just speculate anymore but connect the dots, and then boom, Area 51.
What the fuck kind of wraparound shit did I just hear?
That's what I'm saying, man.
Well, no.
Yeah.
What do you mean? The Area 51 thing, that actually just threw me off.
No, I'm saying we were basically like, aliens came down. They were like, hey, we're going to teach you this, that, and the third. I kind of like leveled out a little bit, and then we stumbled across it. Right. And I think now, instead of them coming to us, I think it's more so we're trying to go to them.
It's been like that for a while, though. Everyone's always been interested in the fact of like aliens existing or not.
Yeah, but when do you think that really started to become very prominent? I think it started to become real prominent
After Y2K?
No, I would say probably like during like, I don't know, during like maybe right before TV broadcasting was a thing. I believe like with, that's what I'm saying, like with Area 51 and all that stuff, I believe there's life forms in there that we don't know, right? And I think also with like the Antarctica thing, like I think that there's probably like extraterrestrial. Why do you think that's like a point of interest, or why do you think like maybe like all these conspiracies come about with like the Earth being flat and like,
well, the whole flat Earth thing is like, come on, bro, like that's ridiculous.
I think a lot of these conspiracies that we have regarding like the Earth and stuff, I think that they're coordinates for something far greater that we don't understand.
What's the point of the simulation? Is it for our own good, or is it for their experiment? Their experiment?
I think so.
All right, so basically what they're doing is like they're going to, let's just say, cause earthquakes, volcanoes, and stuff like that to see how we react in a certain instance. And
I think it's basically like, who's to say that they don't do this in multiple different galaxies, bro? And like
that's fair too.
Multiple different worlds, and they trying to see which one they can kind of like. They're like, okay, like think about it. Think of like a giant ass alien with like a lab coat and like a clipboard, being like, all right, Earth, still fucking stupid. Fucking Andromeda 64. These guys have advanced.
Isn't that from?
I don't know.
I think that's from. Continue.
Yeah, or whatever. Let's call it fucking
Planet X.
Planet X, whatever. Okay, they have done, and then you'll be like, okay, let's look at like C-74Y exploded numerous times. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. If we're gonna go in the realm of like conspiracies, I think that's.
Listen, I'm not someone that doubts existence of aliens, because like I think you're pretty close-minded to think like we're the only ones to have.
You said I'm pretty close-minded?
No. I'm saying anyone that doesn't believe in aliens, I think it's pretty close-minded to think like in this ever-expanding universe, we are the only living organism. That seems a little fucking crazy.
No, I mean,
like,
definitely not.
Yeah. So like even in our own solar system, we have not life, but we do have life, but not the living organism. So like where there's like I think they found like some sort of bacteria or plant or something like that on different planets. So that already shows that there's potential. That's just in our solar system.
There 100% is, but again, I think do you think maybe we are very like far advanced in technology that we don't know about, but it's being kind of fed to us like, oh, we're not there yet, but like we're like fucking light years ahead of like what we believe like we're capable of, and they're just not telling us. And then that's where these fucking conspiracies come from, man.
Like, what you think? Like we're getting like suppressed, like with like what we know, like we're advancing too fast.
No, I think we're given access. What I'm saying is, do you think maybe we're given access to what we're told we should only know?
Oh, 100%.
But like we're like light years ahead of like what we think we're like. What if we do have fucking flying cars and we don't know about it?
We do have flying cars. That's already been on YouTube. Like
sick.
Like I mean, I'm just saying there is videos of a company that literally has flying cars.
Like what I'm saying is like there's another conspiracy that the moon is like a giant hologram.
What? But what's the point? What?
It's like the moon is like it's like a satellite.
The only way that see that, there you go. Maybe that right. That
the
could
moon
be something.
Is like a satellite.
But that's
it's
the
a
thing.
hologram.
For a conspiracy theory, there has to be a reason as to why it would exist, not just like for funsies. It's like you said, the lost city of Atlantis. It's just like
why the fuck would they make that up?
Yeah, like exactly. Like they could just be doing that to do like. That could increase tourism in Greece and stuff like that. You know, everything mythological that Greece ever talked about could literally just be to increase tourism, stuff like that. You know, we don't know. But it's like, yeah, I do think that like for every conspiracy theory, there has to be like a reason why like it would ever exist. Like I said, like having just a hologram moon, it's like, would anyone care? Like if they came out and said, yeah, that's just been a hologram this whole time, are people going to be like... No, they're gonna be like, all right, it doesn't really change. It doesn't really change anything. it'll change your perspective on what you're told.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, you're like, well, why the fuck? It's just like, why does there always have to be like a why? Or like what I'm trying to say is like, what if they're like, I don't know, man. What if these conspiracies is just, what if there's like a fucking office right now of like people just coming up with conspiracy theories and just being like, all right, cubicle number 74 came up with a great one. Throw it into the fucking civilization so they can go nuts. And then it's deviating us from like what they really want, which is a fucking simulation.
Wow. He's just full send that simulation thing.
I believe it.
Like, I mean,
like deja vu. I think deja vu is a glitch in the simulation.
Well, is the Matrix a simulation? Is that no, what that movie, I said, I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. So the Matrix is basically like a program. So like how it goes is, I don't want to ruin it for you, but I'll give you like kind of like what it is. It's basically there's life, right? There's life, and it's like a dystopia, and then there is basically there's basically like the humans in that life are like, they're like hardwired where they can kind of go into a simulation, which is like the Matrix. But then again, I don't know why they keep going in there, you know? Like, I don't know why they keep going.
There wasn't like a, there had to be obviously.
I don't remember why, but I think it just, there's more to it. I'm not doing it service, but it just kind of made me think, like, what if when we go to sleep, like we're recharging? What if this is the dream, and then when we sleep, that's the real life?
So what you're saying, we're only getting 8 hours of our real life?
Why the fuck not?
Everything else is
no, because time doesn't really matter. Remember, they were saying that when you sleep, if you sleep 8 hours, technically you only dream for like 30 seconds or some shit. You're not really sleeping. You're not really dreaming. Do you ever have trouble? Now you kind of say that. Do you ever have trouble remembering your dreams when you wake up? Have you ever had ones where you're like, I can tell you everything, and then there's ones where you're like you'll try to fall back asleep to like continue that dream, bro?
And you're like,
yes,
shit's gone.
I have dreams. I have dreams that I remember like this. I have dreams that I revisit from like 3 years ago or like 10 years ago, where I'm like, in my dream, I'm like, I know exactly where the fuck I'm going. Hold on, let me check. That's actually kind of nuts. Yeah, like I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one, but that's what I'm saying. Like, what if this whole simulation shit, what if right now we believe that we're actually like in reality, but in reality is when we go to sleep and we recharge because we go somewhere else. Like we're like, you know what I mean?
It is possible.
And we have endless limits, like in the dream state or in our real, and we're like, we have limitations and conditions here, because in dreams we could do whatever the fuck we want.
So you're saying our reality, we can just do whatever the fuck we want, no limitations.
And I think maybe we're conditioned to believe that when we're living here and we're like, quote unquote, awake, how the fuck do you know if you're sleeping or not? Spread your ass cheek in my face and fart. Like, all right.
And on that note, actually, I want you guys to like leave a comment down below. What is a conspiracy theory that you're willing to debate, like till you're blue in the face, something that you absolutely believe in, and it's not a conspiracy to you anymore? And then also, is there anything else you kind of want to say? Because like I said, I know we talked about a lot of conspiracy theories, and obviously I'm gonna talk to you after camera, make sure you're good, because some of these are hot takes. No,
I think it's important to explore your mind. I think it's important to just try everything, in the sense of like every type of like thought process, conspiracy, whatever the fuck. I think it's healthy, but I think it's very easy to go down that rabbit hole, you know? And nah, man, I think it's good to live your life like that and not live it so like black and white. Because I think if you live it super black and white and you kind of play it by the book, are you really living, or are you just doing what you were being told to do in the simulation?
The simulation.
Simulation, baby.
All right. We appreciate you guys. Make sure to like, share, comment, tell your grandmother about us. Right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Let your grandma tell us about stories that happened in her simulation.
But until next time, we love you guys. Peace.